So I lost 300 on the Gladiator. I just wasn't doing all that good. And it was like the table I was at, everybody was overplaying their hand a lot. It was basically like all in fest. And of course I see like a couple of people hit a miracle, a couple of hands, and I always say don't pay attention after you fold. It's good fold. A couple of hands where it's like a multi-way pot and I folded ace jack and we made the nuts. And I feel like ace anything is not a good hand to play in a multi-way pot because somebody else has an ace. So like one guy, and this used to be like one of my favorite things, was playing like an ace 3, knowing the other guy has an ace. And the miracle flop is ace 3. You know, so you flop 2 pair and they flop top pair. That's like the miracle that happens when somebody else has an ace. Like, you know, they got ace king. You go with like ace 4, flop an ace and a 4. And you basically get their whole stack. Happens a lot. Apparently it happens at the WSOP. That's how people play. Like, it doesn't matter if they have $1 million in like winnings or whatever, but this is potatoes. It's like basically baked potatoes, and then I put like mayonnaise and barbecue sauce on there just because that's what I have. It's like potato salad. But so I was kind of running bad and dead in the Gladiator, and then like just totally like what's the word I'm looking for? Like not adult of me, like impatient, and also like damn, what is that word? Like, where I'm not being like, I'm not being like an adult, being like I'm not impatient. Impatient, yeah. What is that word I'm looking for? Throw me that word, somebody. What is that word I'm thinking of? Like, kind of childish or whatever. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it was kind of like childish. To think this way in the tournament, where so there was the 300 Gladiator, And I was like, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna just try to bulldoze the thing. And it just wasn't working out. And I was like, kind of felt like it was like a childish way of thinking. And I was like, well, there's another tournament over there. There's a 3K horse, and I've done good in mixed game tournaments before. Something, and I like all those games, all those like triple draw, Omaha 8. You know, it was like stud and stud 8 and Raz. Raz is one of my favorite games. So there's like a lot of games I like, and they don't play all that all the time. So I was like, just kind of wanted to play in it, and I was like, I'm just gonna rip it in. Like, as soon as I have any kind of hand, I'm just gonna start ripping it in, and just playing like a donkey and just ripping it in. And if I die, I die. Like, usually I'll play like real smart. Um, like, I know all the mechanics of a poker game, but I just thought, like, I'm just gonna start ripping it in, making donkey moves, because, like, I just didn't have the patience they need to play Hold'em all day like that. And then it was like 15 minutes until the mixed game tournament. And I was like, I'm just gonna start playing like a donkey, and if I get a chip stack that's this big out of that, then so be it. But if I die, then whatever, I don't care either. And so I pick up Ace 8 suited under the gun, and I think this is it, and I rip it in, and get called by Ace Queen and lose. And that was it for my gladiator. And then and I was like, you know, I'm just trying to like if I won the hand, I would have had a stack. You know, I would have done that, and I would have probably done that like, you know, 2 or 3 more times before the start of the mixed game tournament. Just rip it in with like anything, like King 4, like, you know, any kind of queen, any kind of connector, any kind of hand at all. Just be ripping it in constantly. And that was my plan for the next 15 minutes. And if I got busted out, I was going to play the mixed game. Got busted out right away. Go over to the mixed game. Play for 6.5 hours. And I was running really good in the beginning. And then I just started running dead. Like, when the blinds hit big blind 1500 and then big blind 2K, I was running so dead. And like 2K in the like the chips that you buy, and compared to like the chips, like it was like a 200 big blind, like a $200 big blind. So when it got to like 100, 200, I just start running dead. And it was like every time the thing would go around, I didn't get one hand. The whole table is like getting hand after hand after hand. I was just running bad, dead, and I ended up dying. There was like 3 hands where I got rivered. Like I got a hand, I'm betting. They got a draw of some kind, and I'm betting. They won't go anywhere. The river, they just flat call. They didn't have anything to the river, and they get there on the river and they beat me. It was like 3 hands like that, and I went from having like 2 or 3 starting stacks with chips to having like less than 1, and then I just started running dead, and it didn't work out. So it was like there goes 2 tournaments. And I'm like so done with tournaments. Like, I feel like people have a like a system that they go by. Like, people all live the same system, and that's how the system was built. With like the schedule of like the World Series tournaments. I feel like they've figured out like people can only put up with this shit for so long. And I feel like it's the end of the World Series season. And I am so fucking sick of it. It's almost like they timed it like to be exactly long enough to where I get so fucking sick of it that I never want to play again. But at the same time, I'm like, well, there's only like 4 more tournaments, and then it's over anyway. So I get like my 4 more tournaments for a shot at $1 million. And then and it's over. It's almost like they timed it perfectly. They know how much World Series people can put up with, and they timed it exactly that. And then I got like a written test and an interview to go into the bricklayer team. I'll be out there laying brick. And I'll probably forget about it, that I hate poker forever. And I'm probably going to go back to, number one, it's working. Like, and I wouldn't have been doing all this if it wasn't for that I'm not working. But it's almost like the stars all aligned. And it's like, I'm not working. I got the money. Like, this has never all happened at one time. Where I wasn't working. I had the money. And I had the time. Like, and I really had to make the time. Like, I thought I had the time. Now I'm figuring out, like, nobody's got the time for anything, ever. And I say the same thing about, when people talk about having kids. They talk about, like, I don't have the money. I don't have the time to take care of a baby. Like, nobody does. Nobody ever does. Like, if you said, like, oh, here's a fucking baby, bang, you know, pay for this fucking baby, and just slapped it in my face, like, and I got like, I'm probably worth like almost $1 million, just in like real estate or whatever, and I came out here with like 6 figures in my bank account. Now I'm down to like almost 50K, and I'm like about to blow my fucking brains out. But like, you can't be like, oh, slap this guy with a fucking baby. Like, nobody ever got the time for that and the money for that. Like, and you can say that about anything. Like, I don't like now that I'm here in Vegas, like before I came out here, I was like, I could easily lose. You know, my plan was 10K. I was like, I'm gonna lose 10K, and who cares? And then I'm gonna win it all back. Now I'm down like 50K, and I still got 50 in the bank. And there's no way I could blow it. You'd only take 1,000 out of the bank every day, and then they like, or 3,000. But after I blow 1,000, I'm like completely done. I want to fucking. There's the best thing about Vegas is that they lock all the windows to all the hotel rooms, so you can't jump out the window. And that's the best thing in Vegas. The windows are all fucking locked, so you can't jump out. With my luck, I'd be at the staying at the Luxor, and I'd jump out the window at the Luxor and roll down the side of the fucking building. That's how lucky I am. And I keep talking about like I'm gonna quit poker. I'm gonna get into like tennis, and I feel like I really should like try to pick up a sport like tennis. Like the whole reason I got into poker instead of chess is because they say you don't have to be the best to like make money at it or be good. Like, but that's bullshit. You can't make money playing poker. Like in the long run. You either run hot or you don't. But the VIG on the damn seat is like $20 an hour. You gotta pay more to sit there than you do to if you got a job. You can't make more playing poker than you can at a job. It's like impossible. And this is coming from somebody who used to. That was the only thing I did. That was like my entire income. Like I could have just got a job and it would have been like better. And in the long term, when you hit a losing streak, like that's what you don't add up. Is that's what doesn't add up when people talk about like, oh, I make this much playing poker, I make so much. A lot of people like on the internet, you'll see people talk about like, oh, I make like $20 an hour, I make $100 an hour, whatever. Like you might for some years. I mean, for years. I mean, there was years where I was winning like 100K a year playing poker. And then it's like, but the hours that go into it is like insane. But then it's like, well, you're just sitting around the casino. Like, you wouldn't get a job like that where you're just sitting around a casino. And most of the time you're just like fucking off on your phone. Like, I used to sit there reading books. Like, and then people would like not want to play with me because I'm like sitting there like reading a book. Like they would know that I'm just sitting there playing bases, you know. Like they want the attention, they want the companionship or whatever that comes with like playing with somebody. And so they want like a whole ass conversation. Like it's almost like people know they're gonna lose their $100, and what they really wanted was to just have like a conversation with like some strangers. Try to make friends or whatever. But also you get fucking fat. Sitting around a table all day. And the people that are there, especially at tournaments, you have no control over who that is. And usually, especially in tournaments, the guy sitting next to you or across from you in a tournament, one, you're stuck there until one of you dies in the tournament. And I think that's what attracts these tournament players that nobody can get along with. They're complete assholes. And they know you're trapped there. So you get to hear the whole fucking life story. And you can't get rid of it. It's not like a cash game where you're sitting there and the guy who's sitting next to you fucking smells bad, or he just wants to shut the fuck up, and you just get up and go to some other cash hall, just walk off. Like, some people will call the floor or whatever, hey floor, that guy just got up and fucking walked to the other table. Go, hey, you gotta get like reseated. You know, tell them, look, the guy over there is so fucking annoying that it's left. So you can reseat me, or I'm gonna go across the street. I'm gonna leave. I don't care. And that's just if somebody's annoying. They say in the long term you pay more in tablewaring for a cash game, but it's worth it. I mean, and plus, like, most people don't want to play poker for 12 hours a day for like 3 days in a row. It's a little like daunting, and especially for me, who I've been playing poker in Vegas for like more than 12 hours a day for 6 months. And I think I'm taking like 3 or 4 days off, where I took like the whole day off. And I'm just saying, like, it's so daunting. And usually I do not do this. Like, usually my Vegas trips go on for like 2 weeks, a month, maybe 2 months. This has been like one hell of a long ride, like 6 months in Vegas and poker. It's insane. Constantly. Like, and I have nothing else to do. Like, I wish, like, if I had brought like a girlfriend, if I got a girlfriend or something, I was out here. But it's like every woman out here is a fucking prostitute. They're married. Or they're like 90 years old. That's not interested in guys. But like, if I had like a friend or a girlfriend or something, like, I ever brought my kid out here, like, I'm thinking like, next time I come out here, it's gonna be like my daughter's 21st birthday. Maybe my son's too. Bring them out here. But like, I gotta bring like my kids, or like a girlfriend, and like, do all the shows and see the museums, stuff like that. You can't play poker fucking constantly. Or I gotta get a job, have like a job that's set up. And I tried doing that before I came out here. I was like calling all these jobs, applying for jobs online, and they all have the same thing to say: get to Vegas first, and then we'll give you a job. Oh, you're not even in Vegas? Well, we're not going to invite you out here for work. You have to already be in Vegas to come in for an interview. Hear that over and over and over. Now that I'm fucking here, I can't get a fucking interview. I can't get, like, the interviews, they're like not even in Vegas. They're like off in Henderson, or they're like at the most north side of Vegas. To me, that's a 2-hour fucking bus ride to go to an interview. And I've been to like multiple interviews, and I never gotten the fucking job. I went to interviews at Treasure Island. Somebody said that they can't get an employee there, that nobody goes there. So yeah, how do you use AI to get a job? That's good. Maybe I should but go to TI, they say, somebody said they can't get an employee in there because nobody goes there and nobody tips. It's like the poorhouse of casinos, Vegas, and that the location is like, it's in like the most prime location next to Caesars itself. It's like Caesars, Bellagio, and TI. They're like right there, like right in the prime location on the strip. And I really think everybody just wants to go to Bellagio and Mario. I think that's really what it is. But, and I guess Venetian houses crowd too. They're the different casinos. They have their own crowds. But TI is like right there, and it's like prime location. And they can't get anybody to fucking work there because it's like everybody that goes there is fucking cheap. Everything there is cheap. There's not really much going on. The crap tables is only open from like 5 p.m. till like 1 in the morning. Like, it's just this bum. And so they can't get anybody to work there because nobody wants to go. And that's what somebody said. And I'm like a fan of TI. I'm like, I like it there. I like the casino. I remember when they used to have the pirates outside, when I was a kid, seeing it. And so I got like the nostalgia for TI. And I wanted to support the business and go work there. Not gamble there because I don't have any fucking money. But I would go work there, support the place. I don't care if I'm not making any money. I'll make like minimum wage or whatever, tipping wage. Like, no problem. All I'd be doing is hanging out in PI anyway. And then, like, who knows? Who knows where that would go? But I would like some experience in a casino, and they shut down PI. And I go work at Hard Rock. But that was my plan. And I applied there like a million times. We're going there for like 3 interviews, and they never took it. They'd always say, you know, you just weren't selected, blah, blah, blah. And I see the other people that were there, and I mean, I guess everybody else that was applying there already worked at a restaurant in town. But it's kind of funny because they're like, they act like they want somebody who's gonna stay there, but the people that they're hiring, their other like choices, all like ditched a job at another restaurant. So I don't know. Jobs are fucking bullshit. And then somebody said, some dealer somewhere, that there's like major issues with the management themselves at TI, and they know it. Like, they're the managers, and they know that they're a fucking issue for their own company, and they just won't do anything about it. Anyway. I just wanted to sit here and eat some potatoes and go off. I feel like I lost enough today gambling where I don't want to anymore. I wanted to like make a little recording of myself for later, just where I want to cry inside, and I'm like trying to justify why I came to Vegas. And I think a major part of it is that I thought I was going to win. Wanted to win. And I didn't even say $1 million. Like, it was like my amount that I want to win is unlimited. But I definitely wanted to win like $300K. Because then my business could take off. I had the money for my business to take off. But it didn't happen. I lost. Coming back. That's right. That's right, every goddamn way. I think maybe one day, like, they do like a little ceremonial thing where they give people their bracelet for World Series. And it's like a daily thing. Every day they give somebody their bracelet, win their bracelet, like bring them out, or like talk about them and whatever. And there's been so many of them that the guy said, like, oh, this guy's been playing at World Series for 20 years, 10 years, 30, 40, 50 years and years and years before these guys won the bracelet. And other people, they're like, oh, this guy, he just, he's like 22 or 21. He just barely started playing poker. And here's his bracelet. And they get like so many of both those kinds. And the thing is that it's mostly random. Like, is there skill behind it? Like, yeah, sure. There's a lot of skill behind it. And like, a lot of the things that I struggle with are like responding. Like, one thing is they say, like, don't get on kill. And I would say, like, responding to a bad beat is, like, impossible. Like, I'll get a bad beat and I'll be going off about, like, how I lost some hand, like, a week ago. Like, I get a bad beat and it changes my whole fucking game, like my outlook on the whole game, the whole structure, the way I play, for like ever. About like, because some guy like beat me with ace 3, flop all in, and had ace queen. Like, and I still talk about it to this day. And I still play like to make up for it. And like, if I smell an ace on the table, like, it's like I've like grown this like fear of losing. But then like, when I don't care about a loss, like today, when I ripped it in with ace 8, and I knew that the only hands that would call me are beating. Like, the guy rips it all in from under the gun, and it doesn't matter what kind of fucking face the guy made. He started calling with pocket pairs and big aces. And it didn't faze me. Because I was like, I won't play the other game over. And rip it in. And I'm gonna be going off about that shit forever. I don't know even how to check who my subscribers are, and I'm not really gonna like get into that. This whole channel is really like just so I can talk to my mom and myself. Like, so I could have like some transcription and history of like what I was doing right now. Usually I used to use it for just business. And like, I had like video walkthroughs of houses that I had to rent. And so I didn't have to like go and show the house to everybody. Like, they could watch a video and they could tell me if they like the place. And then we could meet up and do all that. But it was like video walkthroughs of houses. And then now I've been just talking to the phone instead of calling my mom. Because I'd spend like hour plus on the phone with my mom, talk about the same thing, like whatever I'm doing. And however I got like bad beaten in poker or whatever, we can talk about bad beats. I'm gonna start having my mom do like group live stream, and then like people can watch it or whatever. But it's really just so we get the video for later to watch it, like whatever. I mean, one thing turns into another, so it's like if you don't do something, then nothing's ever gonna happen. So I'm just doing it like. A lot of it's just talking to mom. Don't worry about my bad beats. And whenever you talk to your mom, you're really talking to yourself. I always wonder what to do with the little spuds that grow on the potatoes. Like, it's like all these little spuds. And, what I've been doing is throwing them outside. And I just think maybe they'll grow someday. Maybe we'll throw them outside and they'll be growing out there. But one thing about these video things is if I wasn't, what I would be doing is apartment alone and eating potatoes and doing my laundry. But now what I'm doing is the same thing. The only difference is that there's going to be like a video of forever. And that might not really affect me, but it might. Because I've been getting like feedback or whatever. People talking about like other people that kind of do videos or whatever. I've been seeing like videos of random people popping up on their Facebook or whatever. And some people have like really distinctive personalities. But like the internet, like, who knows how it works? There'll be like some people who they just have like so much personality. People who can't stay away from it. And so who knows where it's gonna go? It might go nowhere. It might give me like a internet thing. But if I don't do anything, then nothing's gonna happen, you know what I mean? But listening to your friend's song, I have no idea. I don't know who your friend is. I don't know what the song is. I pretty much listen to like metal. My thing was I would do like, because Slayer is never around, you know, but like I like Slayer. I got a Slayer tattoo. But I like Slayer. I got like CDs from System of a Down, Korn, and then I saw like they had like a music festival for metal in Vegas while I was here, and it was Korn, System of a Down, and System of a Down was broken up for like years. The band broke up, and then they like just got back together, and they've been doing live shows, and it's all their old songs. Which was funny is they broke up, and then they all like there's three guys. One of them did all his own thing, like solo, and then the other two guys did their own thing, like a two-man band instead of three. And those songs were all good. Like everybody liked the broken up System of a Down and all of those bands and all of their songs. They're all good. So I don't know why the got back together ones don't do the broken up System songs. I think that would be good. But they just do like the old songs. And they'll probably make like $1 million every show. But they got back together. Probably make $1 million a show again. They're bringing people out. People get out to see System of a Down again. And I never saw them before, and then now I saw them like when they got back together. So that's what I like. Old metal. And then I was getting into like the metal scene. And the thing was, I don't want to see like cover bands. Like I just don't want to like go out of my way to see a cover band. So it's got to be original, and it would have to be like metal or punk. But punk is really rare. There just isn't punk. But that was like my thing for a while. Was just going to see metal shows. They do have them in Vegas. Like they're not like all the time, and it's a lot of cover bands. And the new metal music, like I have to listen to the band first before I go and like see the place, because I gotta go halfway across town to see the show. On top of paying for the show, even though the show's like $30 or whatever. But I go halfway across town to see the show. You gotta like the music, not just the genre. And so I'll look them up. Some of them I don't see, some of them I see. Some bands I'll like go out of my way to go see. Like I don't know, there's not a handful. I've gone way out of my way to go see. 9 Inch Nails this year in Vegas. Saw them. At the MGM Grand. That was another one that I've never seen them before. I've listened to them. And I saw them. Whitechapel is good. Anyway, I was getting really into seeing metal bands, and then I went to some metal. Fangirl, who also was in metal bands, and she like basically got me kicked out of everywhere in Little Rock, and that's part of why I was like really looking into moving to Vegas, because I felt like my presence in Little Rock was unwanted. It's been like 6 months now, so I'm pretty sure that everybody forgot me. Like anybody in Little Rock probably completely forgot my face. And so I think I'm gonna go back there. That girl got me kicked out of a bunch of bars, a bunch of places where they haven't been kicked out of there. And it's all going to the back-to-back girl. I think I'm going to go back and probably been 6 months. It wasn't, I like came out of nowhere. And then it was like everywhere. So a lot of people thought that I was like a cop or something. It's like I came out of nowhere. Like nobody knew. All I used to do was play fucking poker. I'd play poker, hang out with my girlfriend, and my kid, go work. Like I never got out. It was never part of the night scene, the rock scene. It was never part of anything. Girlfriend fucking broke up with me and then made one right on the night scene. I had all this work to do. stuff, and then it was like I didn't have time to go out of town, like over out of town, and the casino in Pine Bluff kicked me out because nobody liked me there. One was I would count cards. I would just openly count cards in blackjack and beat them like regularly. And then I was just like a complete asshole. At the poker table, nobody liked me. There's like lots of regulars there. Basically everybody who would go there as a regular, lost and fucking hated. And for one thing, it was that I was winning a lot. And then I would like make fun of people because they sucked. Like I was winning a lot, and I was a complete dick about it. But anyway, they ended up kicking me out of the casino, like red flag, and I can't even win. So it's like if I want to gamble, I gotta go to like Texas, and then it was like I can't be going to Texas all the time. It's gambling. Like I would like. Winning at poker, it's like sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Like, sometimes I would just fucking go and lose. Wow. But I would only go for a couple days at a time. I've been out here in Vegas for 6 fucking weeks. I'd jump out the fucking window and help. But they block me. I can't do that. I'm wait for the flight. Trying to get the money back. I'm like, I'm really, I've been like hopeful that I would win like millions at the World Series. Now I'm just hopeful that I win like 30K. Like get like 6th place in the tournament. That would be nice. Just win some of my fucking money. Like half of it. I'll take half my money back. Like a 3-day, I'll play a 3-day fucking tournament. I get half my money back and be completely happy. That's how much I'm paying. I've been like, I feel like I had too much like emotional ups and downs at that Knicks game, where I'm like, one minute I'll feel like I'm about to like fucking fall over and pass out. I'm so tired, and then the next minute I'll be like wide awake, like just like, I'm gonna run out of here and go and something. But I gotta take a shower. Go to bed. Go to bed.